Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today the Cubs are going to wrap up this road trip and wrap up the 3-game series with the Reds with a Sunday afternoon game in Cincinnati to try to clinch a winning record for the road trip and trying to take 2 out of 3 from the Reds. For today's game, we're going to see that the Cubs are sending Chris Sale out to the mound. This is his first start since the fingernail incident of last week. Chris Sale is making start number 14 with a 2-3 record. He has a 3.65 ERA and a 1.22 WHIP. The Cubs lineup today is going to look a little bit different because, again, we're going to give a couple of guys some rest. Today, it's actually going to be Tauchman playing right. However, Santana's going to come up and bat fourth. Tauchman will bat seventh in the order. And we're also going to see, does Estrada play? Oh yeah, he plays a good second base. Estrada is going to spell Horner at second, which means that we're actually going to bring Santana up and bat him leadoff. And then we'll move Bryant up to fourth. Springer, Estrada, Tauchman, Ramos. Yeah. All right. That'll be good. So, with the Cubs sending Chris Sale out to the mound, we also see on the Reds side of the equation that we are going to have Sal Romano on the mound for the Reds. He's making start number 19 with a 2-6 record. He has a 4.88 ERA and a 1.35 WHIP. The Reds lineup will be Senzel, Friedel, Castellanos, Suarez, Moustakas, Van Meter, Stevenson, Rodriguez, and Romano batting ninth. The Cubs lineup is going to be Santana, Rizzo, Correa, Bryant, Springer, Estrada, Tauchman, Ramos, and Sale batting ninth. It is 83 degrees, wind blowing in from right at 10 mph, nearly identical conditions to yesterday's ballgame. And now, the Reds are taking the field in their defensive positions as Danny Santana steps up to the plate for the Cubs. Santana, the switch hitter, batting from the left side against the righty Romano to lead off the game for the Cubs. Santana has a 1-strike count as Romano is looking in for the sign, and he shakes him off a couple of times. And now the windup and the pitch. And a grounder up the middle. Shortstop has it. He throws over to first for out number 1. Rizzo now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Romano facing Rizzo with a full count. There's a grounder toward first. Rizzo's counterpart, Van Meter, picks it up and steps on the base for out number 2. Correa now the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch to Carlos Correa, and he grounds it towards second. Picked up, thrown to first to end the inning. So the Cubs ground out of that inning. We go now to the bottom of the first of a 0-0 ball game. Senzel facing Sale to lead off the bottom of the first. 2 balls is the count. Chris Sale looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. Lined into center field, coming in fast to Springer. He plays it on the hop. That's a leadoff single for Senzel in the bottom of the first inning. Friedel now the batter. 1 man on, nobody out. Full count pitch to Friedel. Here it comes. Grounder toward first. The throw goes to second. The relay back to first and not in time. So they get the force on the lead runner at second, but the relay is late. And now the Reds have runner on first and 1 out. Nick Castellanos is the next batter for the Reds. Bottom of the first inning. Sale working with a 2-1 count. There's a liner into center field. That'll be another base hit. The runner grounds second, heading for third, as the Reds now have runners on the corners from the Castellanos single here in the bottom of the first inning. 1 out, Suarez the batter. Suarez facing Sale with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Popped up to center. This is going to be deep enough. Springer making the catch. He throws home. The runner comes home. Oh, but the throw, it's in time. And the Reds get thrown out of the inning at home plate. So nice defensive work by George Springer as he throws up the runner attempting to tag up and score. We go to the top of the second of a 0-0 ball game. Chris Bryant leading off for the Cubs against Sal Romano. Bryant waiting for the 1-2 pitch. And there's a swing and a miss, or excuse me, strike three called. That's out number one. Sinker at the knees, and Bryant could not pull the trigger. Springer now the batter. One out, nobody on. Romano working with a 1-strike count. Here is the pitch to Springer. And he drives that one high to deep left field, going back toward the warning track and making the play as the left fielder for out number two. Thairo Estrada now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Estrada facing Romano with a 1-1 count. And there's a grounder toward first. Picked up, stepping on the base, and ending the inning is the first baseman, Van Meter. So the Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the second of a scoreless ball game. Sale facing Moustakas here in the bottom of the second. Sale with the first pitch. Here it comes. Driven deep right center field. Going back as Springer. He's going to have just enough room to make the play on the warning track for out number one. I think the wind might have had a factor in that one, knocking it down just enough to allow Springer to catch up with it. And now Van Meter's the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Van Meter swinging and missing for strike three. Sale strikes him out. Fastball at 93, and that brings up Tyler Stevenson with 2 outs, nobody on. Sale working with a 2-strike count. Here's the pitch. Liner down the left field line. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Sale could not convert on the 2-strike count, and now the Reds have a 2-out single. With a runner on first and 2 outs, Alfredo Rodriguez steps up to the plate. With 2 outs, 1 man on. Sale working with a 2-strike count. There's a grounder towards second. Estrada has it. He throws to first, which ends the inning. So the Reds strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the top of the third of a 0-0 ball game. Tauschman facing Romano in the top of the third inning. 2-2 is the count. Tauschman waits for the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. So Tauschman is the first strikeout victim of the inning. That's number 2 for Romano. And Ramos now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Wilson Ramos. Grounded toward third. The throw goes over to first, and that's out number 2. Sale now the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. Romano working with a 1-2 count. And Sale swings and misses for strike three. That'll end the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We go to the bottom of the third. Still scoreless in Cincinnati. Sal Romano leading off against Chris Sale. 2 strikes is the count. Sale delivers. Swing and a miss for strike three. Sale gets him on the circle change for out number 1. That's Sale's second strikeout of the game. Senzel now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Sale delivers. And a drive to deep left field. That one is going to be out of the ballpark. About 12 rows deep in the left field stands. And Senzel has untied this game 417 feet off of his 5th home run of the season. This is now a 1-0 Cincinnati lead. Friedel the next batter with 1 out, nobody on. 2 strikes is the count as Sale delivers the pitch. Liner up the middle, that's another base hit. This will be a single as Springer gets it back into second with 1 out the bottom of the 3rd inning. Castellanos now the batter. He's facing Sale with a 1-1 count. The throw goes down to second, and he is going to be safe. So Friedel now has stolen 11 bases on the season, and Castellanos is still batting with a 1-2 count here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. Strike three is called at the knees. So Sale notches his 3rd strikeout of the game. Second out of the inning, and it brings up Suarez. Runner on second, 2 outs. Sale working with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Strike three called again at the knees, and the inning is over. So Sale gets the strikeout at 97 to end the inning. We go to the top of the 4th of a 1-0 Cincinnati lead. Santana leading off against Romano. Top of the 4th inning, 1-1 is the count. Santana drives it into center field. That's going to be played, a sliding play to make the catch by Senzel for out number 1. Man, Santana hit that one hard, but it was within range of Senzel out in center. So Rizzo now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 is the count to Rizzo. And he drives it into center field. Senzel chasing again. This time He makes the leaping play for out number 2. Senzel is just like a spider out there in center field, just catching everything that comes his way. Correa now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 2 balls is the count to Carlos Correa. And he lines that one past the third baseman into left field. I guess, don't hit it to center. Send it over toward left and maybe you get a base hit. So Correa now on first with 2 outs. Brings up Chris Bryant here in the top of the 4th inning. Romano working. First pitch to Bryant. And he pops it up on the infield. The catcher coming out. Called off by the first baseman Van Meter, who makes the play to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. It's still 1-0 in favor of Cincinnati. Moustakas facing Sale. Leading off the bottom of the 4th inning. Sale delivering the pitch. Driven to center field. Springer chasing. He looks up, makes the play for out number 1. Van Meter now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Josh Van Meter. And he pops it up deep center field. Going back is Springer. It's over his head. 1 hop to the wall. Going to be extra bases as he gets it back into the cutoff man. That is a 1-out double here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And now, with Van Meter on second and Stevenson up to the plate, bottom of the 4th, Reds already up by 1. Sale working with a 1-strike count. And the throw is going to go down to third, and it's going to be late. So Van Meter picks up his 7th stolen base of the season. Stevenson now facing Sale with a runner on third and 1 out. Here's the full count pitch. Driven to left, coming in fast. The throw comes home, the runner comes home, and the throw is going to be late. So Santana trying to make the play at home, but the throw is just a little late, and now with the Reds having a 2-0 lead on the sacrifice fly here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Rodriguez now the batter, facing Sale in the bottom of the 4th. 2 outs, nobody on. 1 strike is the count. Sale delivers the pitch. Liner up the middle, there's another base hit. So now the Reds have a runner on first with 2 outs. And we see Romano come up to the plate in the bottom of the 4th inning. Sale seeming to struggle here in the 4th inning, working with a 2-strike count. Here's the pitch, and there is strike 3 called on the pitcher to end the inning. So the Reds get another run. They take a 2-0 lead into the top of the 5th inning. George Springer leading off against Sal Romano here in the top of the 5th. 1 and 2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. And Springer grounds it toward third. Picked up, and there's no throw to first as Springer, hustling down the line, makes it for an infield single. Estrada now the batter. He is going to be asked to bunt the runner over to second. Estrada facing Romano here in the top of the 5th inning. Let's see if he can lay down the sacrifice. He lays down the bunt back toward the mound. The pitcher has it. He throws over to first, and that is going to advance the runner to second. So now Tauschman is the batter with a runner on second, 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Romano waiting. Here's the 1 and 2 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss at a very high pitch for out number 2. And now Wilson Ramos the batter. 2 outs, runner on second. Romano working to Ramos, top of the 5th inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and Ramos pops it up to center. Chasing is Senzel. This is going to be routine. He puts it away to end the inning. So the Cubs strand a runner. We go to the bottom of the 5th of a 2-0 ball game. Sale facing Senzel here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Sale working with a full count. Here is the pitch to Senzel, and that is low for ball 4. So we are going to warm up a reliever. You know, Sale is due to lead off the next half inning. I'd love to see him get through the 5th, but it just doesn't seem like he has it today. So we are going to warm up Blake Taylor, and we're also going to warm up Joe Jimenez. You're going to visit the mound and talk to Sale and say, hey, what's going on? He says, get off my mound? Are you serious? What kind of attitude is that? So, Sale facing Friedel. Bottom of the 5th inning. Reds up by 2. There's a runner on first, nobody out. Sale working with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Sale proving he wants to stay in this ball game. Gets his 6th strikeout of the game, and now Castellanos is the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. We're going to throw over to first and see if we can pick him off, but Castellanos isn't Senzel isn't taking the bait. So let's pitch to the batter, see what happens here. There's a swing and a miss as he fouls it straight back. All right. So strike 1 is called, and now Sale with another pitch. There's a liner past the third baseman into left field. That is going to be a hit. And now the Reds have first and second with 1 out, and Suarez the batter. We're going to throw the first pitch to Suarez as he takes low for ball 1. Now we're going to throw over to second, see if we can catch him. The throw pulled Estrada off the bag, so apparently we had a chance at picking him off. Let's try again and see what happens. Nope, safe. All right. Throw to the batter. And there is outside for ball 2. So Sale seemingly struggling with his command here against Suarez. The bottom of the 5th inning. 1 out, 2 men on. Sale working. 2-ball count. Outside for ball 3. So now Sale facing Suarez, and we're going to have to pinch hit for it. I mean, we're going to have to bring in another pitcher. If he can't get Suarez out, which I don't think he's going to. Let's see what the 3-0 pitch is. Oh, there's a strike. So he dropped 1 in for strike 1. So now it's a 3-1 count. Sale again working to Suarez. 3-1 is the count. And there's a pop-up deep center field. That's going back. It's over Springer's head. He could not get to it. This is going to be an RBI extra base hit. The Reds now have a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So Sale's day is going to be over. Moustakas comes up to the plate, but we're going to bring in Blake Taylor on a double switch. We're actually going to bring him in to the number 7 spot. To pitch. And Bryce Harper is going to come into play right field, and he is going to lead off the next half inning. So Taylor now, well, we're going to set down a minute. We don't want to get tired. Taylor's going to come in to face Moustakas with 2 outs, runner on second. 1 out, runner on second in the bottom of the 5th inning. Reds up by 4. Here is the first pitch. Taylor delivering, and that is low for ball 1. We actually need to switch this back over. All right. Throwing the batter, 2-1 count. There's a pop-up to center. Chasing his Springer. He's going to look up and make the play. The runner is attempting to advance to third, and apparently he's going to make it. So Suarez slides in safely, tagging up and advancing to third. And now with 2 outs and runner on third, Van Meter is the batter in the bottom of the 5th inning. Taylor facing Van Meter with a 1-1 count. And there's a grounder towards second. Horner has it. He throws to first, which ends the inning. The Reds score 2 more times, taking a 4-0 lead into the top of the 6th inning. Bryce Harper leading off against Sal Romano here in the top of the 6th. Harper making his first at-bat of the day, waiting for the 3-0 pitch. Romano delivers. That is low for ball 4. So Harper draws the walk, which brings up Danny Santana. Runner on first, nobody out. Santana facing Romano with a 3-1 count. Here comes the pitch. There's a grounder towards second, and it's bobbled. The second baseman boots it, and everybody's going to be safe. So now the Cubs have an opportunity to cut into this lead with runners on first and second on the error, nobody out in the top of the 6th inning. Anthony Rizzo coming up to face Sal Romano, and this is where we're going to try. Is Stevenson, I mean, he's above average, but I feel like we need to try, Romano's a 12 for holding runners. We're going to see if we get a spot here to try to double steal. That is a changeup. That was the pitch, apparently, for ball 1. So now Romano facing Rizzo with a 1-ball count. Here it comes. That is a changeup for ball 2. So that's low. Romano now digging himself in a hole with a 2-ball count. That is low for ball 3. Apparently we don't need to worry about stealing the bases because Rizzo with a 3-1 count, and he drives that one down the right field line. That's going to drive in some runs. Rizzo rounding first, heading for second. 1 run is in. The second runner stops at third, so now the Cubs have second and third with nobody out, and this is now a 4-1 ball game. Anthony Rizzo with an RBI double in the top of the 6th inning. Romano now facing Correa in the top of the 6th. 2 runners in scoring position. Cubs down by 3. Correa waiting for the full count pitch, and he pops it up on the infield. Second baseman coming in, and he makes the play for out number 1. Chris Bryant now the batter. 1 out and 2 men on. Romano facing Bryant with a 1-2 count. And he swings and misses for strike 3. So that's out number 2. And it brings up George Springer. Top of the 6th inning. Cubs down by 3. Need to score some runs here. Let's see if he can. Oh, we need to get Jimenez back up. So now Romano facing Springer with a 1-1 count. Here is the pitch. And Springer lines it past the first baseman into right field. He went against the shift, and he's going to drive in 2 runs, and making this a 4-3 ball game here in the top of the 6th inning. So Springer beats the shift with an RBI single, and now the Cubs are only down by 1. Thairo Estrada coming up to the plate, facing Romano here in the top of the 6th inning with 2 outs and a runner on first. Romano working to Estrada with a 2-ball count. And he drives that one into the gap in right center field. That's going to be off the wall. Estrada rounding first, heading for second. This is going to tie up. Oh, no, it doesn't tie up the ball game. The runner stops at third. So now the pitcher's spot comes up, and we're going to pinch hit for Taylor, which means that, let's see here. Do we pinch hit with Nico Horner? There's second and third and 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. Yes, Nico Horner is going to be the pinch hitter. So he's going to come into the game with the tying run 90 feet away, 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. Horner facing Romano. Romano is at 90 pitches now. Cubs have scored 3 times in this inning. Horner waiting for the 2-1 pitch. Romano delivers, and there's a grounder toward first. Picked up. The throw goes to the pitcher covering, and that'll end the inning. So Horner grounds out. The Cubs score 3 times. They strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th of a 4-3 ball game. And now, Horner's going to stay in the game and play second. And Jimenez is going to come in to the number 6 spot and pitch. So Jimenez comes into the game. He's going to face Stevenson, Rodriguez in the pitcher spot here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jimenez with a 2-1 count. He is looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. Driven to left, coming in, however, is the left fielder, Santana. He makes the play for out number 1. Rodriguez now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Jimenez working with a 1-2 count. Here is the pitch. Driven into center field, coming in fast as Springer. He plays it on the hop. That's a 1-out single as Jimenez gives up the 1-out base hit, bringing up Orestes Aquino. He is pinch hitting for the Reds for the pitcher spot. 1 out, 1 man on, bottom of the 6th inning. Jimenez working with a 1-strike count. Here's the pitch to Aquino, and it's a grounder to third. Bryant has it. He throws over to first, and that's out number 2. So I think Bryant was maybe expecting the bunt there. He was playing a long way in front of third base on that play. Senzel now the batter with 2 outs and the runner on third. Jimenez facing Senzel, who is 2 for 2 with a home run today. 1 strike is the count. Jimenez delivers, popped up on the infield. Coming out from behind the plate is Ramos, and he makes the play to end the inning. So the Reds strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the top of the 7th of a 4-3 ball game. And Ramos is going to lead off against Lodolo. Here in the top of the 7th, Lodolo coming out of the Reds bullpen. He has thrown 21 in the 3rd innings, walked 10, struck out 24 with a 5.48 ERA. Also, for the bottom of the 7th inning, we are going to warm up Nick Burdi. How rested is you're 74% and Small is 32%. Okay. So, Ramos facing Lodolo in the top of the 7th inning. Cubs down by 1. Here's a 1-2 count. Ramos awaits the pitch. And there's a pop-up on the infield. The shortstop coming in. He calls for it. Makes the play for out number 1. Bryce Harper now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Lodolo working with a full count. Here's the pitch to Harper. There's a grounder back toward the mound. The pitcher has it. He throws to first for out number 2, excuse me. Danny Santana now the batter. He's 0 for 3 today, stepping up from the right side against the lefty Lodolo. 2-2 is the count. Santana waits for the pitch, and he swings and misses to end the inning. So Santana goes down swinging. The Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the 7th of a 4-3 ball game. And now, Friedl is leading off for the Reds, and he will be opposed by the new Cub pitcher, Nick Burdi. Burdi comes into the game to throw the 7th inning. He has thrown 29 2/3 innings, walked 17, struck out 36 with a 2.43 ERA. Burdi is going to face Friedl with a full count. Burdi is looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. There's a liner into the gap in right center field. That's a base hit. So the runner heading for extra bases is going to slide into second with a leadoff double. So Burdi, excuse me, is now going to work from the stretch with Castellanos come up to the plate. Nobody out, runner on second here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch, and Castellanos swings and misses at the slider that was outside for strike 3. So that's the first out of the inning. Suarez now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Burdi facing Suarez with a 1-1 count. Burdi looking for the sign and delivering the pitch, and a pop-up to left center field, chasing his Springer. He makes the catch for out number 2. The runner does not attempt to tag up in advance, and that brings up Moustakas with 2 outs and the runner on second. Burdi working, bottom of the 7th inning. 2 strikes is the count, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that ends the inning. Burdi gets the strikeout to strand the runner. We go to the top of the 8th of a 4-3 ball game. And now Lodolo is going to face Rizzo here in the top of the 8th inning. And you know what? We're going to warm up Edwin Diaz to pitch in the bottom of the 8th. Rizzo facing Lodolo, top of the 8th inning. Cubs down by 1. Here's the 1-ball count and the pitch to Rizzo. And he loops that one past the third baseman into left field. Again, the Cubs showing they know how to beat the shift today. That one went to the opposite field. And now Rizzo's on first to lead off the top of the 8th inning. And we are going to get a pinch runner, which is going to be Carl Chester for Anthony Rizzo. Which means that Chester is going to play left field and Santana is going to shift over to first. Chester is in the game, pinch running, here in the top of the 8th inning with nobody out, runner on first. We're going to be looking for a situation to steal here. What is Lodolo's collection of pitches that he throws? Fastball, slider, changeup. So we really probably need a changeup. Lodolo actually is pretty good at holding runners. Let's see what the first pitch. The throw goes over first. Of course they know they're trying to steal here. Why do you bring in the pinch runner extraordinaire if you're not going to try to steal? So here's the first pitch. That is low. It is a fastball for ball 1. And now Correa facing Lodolo with a 1-ball count. Here comes the next pitch. There's another fastball for ball 2. And now Correa facing Lodolo with the 2-ball count. Runner still on first. Here it comes. Swing and a miss for strike one. That was the slider at 87. Is he going to come back with a fastball here, or is he going to try to throw that changeup? Is this where we're going to get the changeup? We're going to try to steal second and see what happens. Here comes the pitch. That was the fastball at 99, and Chester decides wisely to hold it first. So it's a 2-2 count now. Correa facing Lodolo. Here in the top of the 8th inning, we're going to do a run and hit because hopefully Correa, well, he lets it go. The throw goes down to second, and he is safe. So Chester steals the base. It goes to a full count. The pitch was low, and now Lodolo facing Correa with the tying run in scoring position. So let's see what happens next. Swing and a miss at a fastball that was up and in. That was ball 4, and he swung at it. First out of the inning. Chris Bryant now the batter. Runner on second, 1 out. Top of the 8th inning. Bryant facing Lodolo with a 3-1 count. Here comes the pitch. And there's a check swing. That is ball 4. So Bryant draws the walk. And now the Cubs have first and second with 1 out. George Springer is the next batter. 1 out, top of the 8th inning. Lodolo facing Springer. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Lodolo delivers. There's a pop-up to short left field. Going back is the shortstop, and he makes the play for out number 2. So the runners cannot advance, and now Birdie comes up, and he is going to be pinch hit for. And it's going to be Miguel Amaya. Amaya coming off the bench to pinch hit here in the top of the 8th inning with 2 outs and the tying run on second. And A.J. Alanis comes out of the Reds bullpen. He has thrown 4 2/3 innings, walked 4, walked 3, struck out 5 with a 7.71 ERA. So Alanis is facing Amaya, who has 7 home runs and a 281 batting average on the season. The Cubs need a run right here to tie up this ball game. Let's set down Diaz. Alanis working to Amaya. 1-2 is the count. Alanis delivering the pitch, and strike 3 is called at the knees, so the inning is over. So the Cubs strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 8th of a 4-3 ball game. And now Edwin Diaz is going to be called upon to pitch in the 8th inning and preserve the 1-run deficit here in Cincinnati. Diaz is going to face Van Meter, Stevenson, and Rodriguez here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-1 is the count. Edwin Diaz looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. There's a pop-up to left. Chasing is Chester, and he makes the play for out number 1. Stevenson now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Diaz working with a 1-ball count. Here comes the pitch. Lined into center field, coming in fast as Springer. He dives and makes the play for out number 2. Springer hauls it in for the 2nd out of the inning, and now Rodriguez the batter. 2 outs and nobody on. Diaz working, first pitch. Here it comes. And a grounder towards second. Picked up and thrown over to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Reds go down in order. We go to the top of the 9th of a 4-3 ball game. And Nico Hoerner is going to lead off against Michael Lorenzen here in the top of the 9th inning. Lorenzen, who earned the save in yesterday's game, comes in having thrown 29 2/3 innings, 29 1/3 inning, walked 12, struck out 32 with a 1.84 ERA. Hoerner facing Lorenzen to lead off the top of the 9th inning. 1 strike is the count. Lorenzen looking for the sign. And he delivers the pitch. And he hits Hoerner in the back. So the tying run is on base. Hoerner heads down to first. And now Wilson Ramos is the batter. Ramos is 0 for 3 today. And he is going to be... Let's see here. We're going to try to steal second with Hoerner because Lorenzen, well, so sinker, cutter, curve, slider. He actually doesn't throw a fastball. I mean, he throws a cut fastball, I guess, but it's not exactly the same. So Lorenzen, we're going to try to steal second on the first pitch here, see what happens. Hoerner going The throw goes down to second, and Horner is going to be safe. So now the Cubs have the tying run in scoring position, and Ramos now is going to be asked to lay down a bunt. Let's see what happens. He bunts it back toward the mound. The pitcher has it. The only play is to first, and the tying run advances to third base with one out in the top of the ninth inning. And now Bryce Harper is the batter. One out, tying run 90 feet away. Lorenzen facing Harper in the top of the ninth inning. Really needs to get this ball out of the infield. Let's see what happens. First pitch. That is low. No, it is strike one at the knees. Excuse me. We're going to switch this over to pitch-by-pitch mode. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, and Harper drives it to deep left field. This is going to be deep enough. To the warning track, the left fielder makes the play. Horner is going to tag up and score easily, and we have a tie ball game at 4 here in the top of the ninth inning. And now Danny Santana is the batter. With 2 outs and nobody on, Lorenzen facing Santana in the top of the ninth inning. 2-2 is the count, and Santana pops it up on the infield. The third baseman comes over. Shortstop calls him off, makes the play to end the inning. So we're going to the bottom of the ninth. It's all tied up at 4. And Edwin Diaz, who only threw 7 pitches to navigate the 8th inning, is coming back out to work the 9th. He is going to face Barnhart, Senzel, and Friedel here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Barnhart doing the catching. He is facing Diaz with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Diaz punches him out for the first out of the inning. And now Senzel the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch. Diaz delivers. Outside for ball 4. So that is a walk. And that's the first base runner that Diaz has allowed. And we are going to go ahead and warm up Gabriel Moya. In the event that Diaz is not able to successfully navigate this inning, we're also going to warm up Liam Hendricks in the event that we need to get one right-hander out in this inning. We're going to visit the mound. He says, I feel fine. Diaz now working to Friedel with 1 out, 1 man on. Here's the first pitch, and that's low. The throw goes down to second, and it goes into center field. So the runner advances all the way to third on a bad throw. So the winning run is now 90 feet away. Diaz facing Friedel with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. The infield's going to be drawn in. Diaz working with a 2-2 count. He really needs a strikeout here. And that's strike 3, called him outside corner. So that's strikeout number 2 on the slider for Diaz. And now Castellanos is the batter. The pitcher spot is due up next. Castellanos at the plate is 2 for 4 today. What does Cincinnati have left on their bench? Oh, they have 2 lefties. They have Votto and they have Winker. I can almost guarantee you that we're going to see Joey Votto if we intentionally walk Castellanos. And that'll actually set up a string of lefties coming up. Moya is probably not ready to come into the game yet. Diaz, man, this is a tough call. I'm going to walk Castellanos. We're going to intentionally walk him, put him on first, because his run actually is irrelevant to the outcome of this game. And they're going to let Lorenzen hit for himself? Oh my. Well, in that case, Diaz is going to stay in and hopefully strike out Lorenzen to end this inning. Lorenzen steps up to, this has got to be a mistake. They're letting him hit for himself? So Lorenzen coming up to bat against Diaz with 2 outs, runners on the corners here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Am I getting greedy by leaving Diaz in? I'm going to bring in Hendricks. I'm going to bring in Hendricks, and he is going to face Lorenzen because Diaz, well, he's in the yellow, but he's thrown 27 pitches. I don't know. Hendricks is ready. I'm not sure 100% what to do here. I'm going to assume that Diaz can strike out or retire Lorenzen somehow to get out of this inning and save the other relievers, because in order to win this game, we have to get to the next inning. It doesn't matter how. Somebody else is going to have to pitch in the 10th inning for us to win this game. So Diaz is going to get a chance to finish this out. He's going to face this batter, and it pops it up to right. Harper coming in, he looks up and he makes the play to end the inning. So fortunately, the Cubs get out of the inning. We're tied at 4 going in the top of the 10th. And now, Carl Chester is leading off for the Cubs against Lucas Sims here in the top of the 10th inning. Chester is 1 for 2 on the season. Got his first base hit in yesterday's ballgame. Lucas Sims is 2-0 with 48 innings thrown, 19 walks, 70 strikeouts, and a 4.31 ERA. Chester is going to try to bunt for a hit here in the top of the 10th inning. Let's see if he is successful. He lays down the bunt. It's perfectly placed toward the mound. The throw goes over to first, and that's out number 1. So now Correa, the batter, with 1 out, nobody on. Sims working with a 2-1 count. Correa waiting for the pitch. And he drives that one down the right field line. That's going to be 1 hop. Oh, it was almost a ground rule double. So Correa is going to cruise into second as the potential go-ahead run here in the top of the 10th inning. And now Chris Bryant is the batter. He's facing Sims with the go-ahead run on second, 1 out at the top of the 10th. Sims working with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch to Bryant, and there's a grounder towards second. The throw goes to first. That's out number 2. The runner is going to advance to third. And now George Springer comes up with the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Springer is 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs today. He's facing Sims in the top of the 10th inning. Springer with a chance to give the Cubs the lead. We need Moya warmed up. To work in the bottom of the 10th. We also need, well, just Moya for now. So Sims facing Springer, top of the 10th. Here is the first pitch to George Springer. Sims delivers. There's a grounder towards short. Picked up, thrown over to first, and that's going to end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. We go to the bottom of the 10th of a 4-4 tie. And Edwin Diaz is coming out of this game in favor of Gabriel Moya. Moya is going to come in and face the lefties in the lower half of the Reds lineup in the lower half of the 10th inning. Moya has thrown 33 2/3 innings, walked 14, struck out 30 with a 4.54 ERA. He also has a 3-1 record. He is going to face Moustakas, Van Meter, and Akiyama here in the bottom of the 10th. First pitch. Gabriel Moya looking for the sign and the delivery. There's a liner into left, chasing is Chester. He's going to play it on a hop. That'll be a leadoff single for the Reds here in the bottom of the 10th inning. So Moya now facing Van Meter with a runner on first, nobody out. We're going to throw over to first. One pitch more. Throw over to first. And the throw goes to first. All right. Pitch to the batter, Van Meter. See what happens. There's a foul ball for strike 1. Is Moustakas. Oh, Moustakas is over on first. He's not good. All right. We're going to pitch to the batter, try to get Van Meter out, see what happens here. 2-2 count. Van Meter swings and misses for strike 3, so that is the first out of the inning. And now Akiyama is the batter, with 1 out, 1 man on. And Moya working to Akiyama. We are going to warm up Liam Hendricks. In the event that we would get to Nick Senzel, Hendricks would be brought in to face him, or if there's a right-handed pitch hitter, but there aren't because they only have left-handed pitch hitters right now. So Moya facing Akiyama. Here is the pitch. Driven to right center field. That is going to be 1 hop to the wall. They're going to get the ball back in. Springer chasing. The throw goes to the cutoff man. The runner stops at third, thankfully. So the Reds now have second and third with 1 out here in the bottom of the 10th inning. And Moya Now in a bit of a jam, Alfredo Rodriguez stepping up to the plate. He's 2 for 4 today. And looking for thirds at this at-bat. We're going to intentionally walk Rodriguez because that'll set up the force at any base, and it'll bring up the lefty, Tucker Barnhart, who is going to bat against Moya with the bases loaded, 1 out, the bottom of the 10th inning. Moya facing Barnhart as the Cubs trying to get out of the 10th. Here comes the pitch. Driven past the second baseman into right field. That's going to win the ball game. So the Reds walk this one off on an RBI single in the bottom of the 10th inning. The Reds getting 5 runs on 14 hits with 1 error. The Cubs 4 runs on 7 hits with 1 error. So the Cubs dropped 2 out of 3 to the Reds. Sale went 4 1/3 innings, allowed 9 hits and 4 runs with 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. So the Cubs bullpen actually, up until Moya, threw 5 2/3 innings of scoreless, 4 2/3 innings of scoreless relief. Moya gets the loss. He drops to 0-1. He threw 1/3 of an inning, allowed 3 hits and the winning run to score, and a walk. Romano threw 6 innings of 5-hit, 3-run baseball. Only 1 was earned with 5 strikeouts. He does not factor in the decision. Lucas Sims actually gets the win out of the bullpen. He goes to 3-0. Mike Lorenzen with the blown save. So the Cubs dropped to 53-31 as the Reds improved to 37-47. And the player of today's game was the Reds' Nick Senzel. He went 2 for 3 with an RBI, drew 2 walks, scored twice, and he also hit home run number 5 in this game. So thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.